All right, guys, what is up? It is January. Oh, shit. It is February 1st, 2022. We're going to be going over SPY today, seeing if we have any good day trades we can set up, try and find some supply and demand zones. First, I'm going to look at BBIG real quick. I'm holding some shares at like 326, so literally right where the line is right now. Oh, it gapped up a little bit overnight, slightly. It's at 330s. I'm gonna hold it a little longer. I really want to see it squeeze and hit that 12 zone. It sees a lot of resistance at 6, but if it can break 6, we'll probably have good returns. There's still a gap it has to fill in around the 950 area. So I'm super bullish on that. I think I'll probably sell some if it hits this gap at the 740 area, 745, and then keep a little bit. I've been doing a lot of covered calls on this stock, and that's been paying off for me well. If it goes completely parabolic, I'm not quite sure what I'll do. I was toying with the idea of if it fills this gap up here, selling an in the money covered call, like that's like down here, but that's kind of far out, so I make a bunch of money off the premium. So I'm holding enough shares where I can kind of experiment. I'm gonna see which one pays off more for me. I think that's a good idea though, because if I sell a covered call, say it gets to 980, and I sell a covered call for the 350 strike price or even the 4 strike price. So there should be a $550 in profit like baked into me selling that short or selling that call. And then if I made it like a month out, say I did one expiring like March 4th. So right now there's like $60 in extrinsic value on these option contracts, and if we saw it spike all the way up to the 9 area, it would be way more than $60 worth of premium on the contracts, because there'd be so much implied volatility that it would probably be like 120 in extra premium. So if you sell that call, you make the 550 that's already baked in. You make about maybe 100 extra in premium because of the implied volatility on the stock on the underline, and then you also, for one, may never have to sell, so you get all that baked in profit. And if it goes under 350, which like BBIG is so volatile, it might. Um, if you have to sell, you sell, and you finish up the rest of that little profit taking you would have. So if I sold 350 calls, I got that 550 profit baked in at the start, and then I'm selling at 350 and my position's around 326. So I get that extra 26 cents or $26 because it's 100 shares. So I think it will pay off to run this strategy, but we're going to see. I got enough shares where I can test it out. Now to SPY. SPY had a crazy green day yesterday. I had some zones drawn in yesterday that I was just kind of watching. I didn't have any trades. I go into work on Mondays and Fridays, so I'm probably never going to post videos on Mondays and Fridays, and I try not to trade on Mondays and Fridays unless there's something really good set up and I have trades. Based off what I see, we're basically just seeing it pull back, like not pull back. We're basically seeing it reverse from this pullback. It consolidated here for a few days, broke out of this consolidation right here, kept going. We still got a gap to fill up here. I am incredibly bullish on SPY, even though the volume fell a little bit day by day there. I don't think that's really telling. We'll try and get some supply and demand zones drawn in and see what we can do. So I'm just gonna start off with low of day yesterday. Looks like we had a ton of volume right here on this spike. So I'm gonna have one right there. I'm actually gonna pull out a little bit further. So I already have that drawn in pretty good, that blue line. This one I'm gonna put right here so I know where that gap is. This one I'm gonna put right around here. And finally this one I will put right here. We're going to look for consolidation. So I'm going to look for spots, zones where it consolidates in. Hopefully some consolidation here, maybe a bounce off here. And from there, we'll just look for the regular setup. If you've been seeing any of my videos, I look for 8 crossing through 21. From the bottom up is long. 8 crossing down under the 21 is short. And that is about it. A good indicator that an entry is coming that I'm working on is a candle crossing through both. Let's go to a couple days ago. Here's a good example. So right here, we're at 10:15, which is right around the time I like to trade. We see this candle break through both. 8 follows up and crosses through the 21. What I've been practicing is setting a buy inside of this candle as far as value. So I'm not looking at the numbers, but say this right at the bottom of this stock, or right at the bottom of this candle, one of the options contracts was $500. I would then set my buy order for around 510, 515, depending on how risk adverse I am on the trade. And then I would try to catch it when it pulls back right here, when the 8 is testing the 21 again. So you catch that pullback, and that gives you the best R&R. So if you break through, you can just immediately cut the stock. This one, it seems like if you played the exact bottom of this candle, this first candle, as your entry, it would have pulled back and you would have hit your entry. I try to keep like $20 worth of risk, and then try to go like 3 to 1 on trades like these, like little scalp trades. If I can scale out, I try to. I don't really have enough money to scale out big yet. I'm more just trading 2 contracts at a time right now, but that is something I'm going to keep in mind in the future. Like if I entered right here, got this big pull, or got this big spike, I would have sold some here, held a few, and then just held them and seen what happened. Probably sold in this consolidation. Or you can just be a crazy man and hold until the 8 crosses back through the 21 over here, which I bet you'd make more money selling here than you would selling here, just because of the time that's taken out. That's pretty much the game plan for the day. I think SPY will probably go long, but it has had quite a bit of movement upward. It might have a little bit of a pullback today. I like playing pullbacks, so nothing wrong with that. I'll be back around 4 to go over our trades, see how we did for the day. So everybody, good luck trading today. Talk to you later. What is up, guys? We are not even close to done with the day yet, but we had our first trade. It turns out I actually didn't have a trade today. I thought I had one on my broker, but that was not the case. So this was just a paper trade. But we had some pretty good movement based on what I had thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to break down to this demand zone. We were going to see a reversal right around here and an opportunity to go long. So at 10:13 was when I saw the chance. It broke through the 8 and the 21. I checked to see what the option contracts were worth during this candle. So I went to the 448 strike, expiring on February 4th. And I saw that it made a bottom of around 561 right here. So that options contract was worth 561 at the bottom of this candle. So I put in a bid I'm sorry, I said 561. It's 461. It was 461 right around this candle. I put in a bid for 465 on paper. I don't have a trade. Looking for the pullback. So it came up right here at 1017. It filled 465. I actually got the exact bottom of that candle. It was 466 for like most of the minute, and then right before the minute ended, it filled some at 465. So I would have been able to enter right there. I would have been able to enter in with 2 contracts, possibly 3 based on my buying power. And I was planning on scaling at a 3 to 1. So at 10:22, 5 minutes later, right here, we saw a spike, and the implied volatility alone got us up to 525, which is the 3 to 1 on the risk to reward. I was risking $20, so that's $60 in profit. That's a 13% profit. And if you had more than one, you could scale. We'd be looking for the 4 to 1 at that point on the second contract, which would have been, let's see. The 4 to 1 would have been 545, which we aren't quite at yet. We were at 538 at the highest. I probably would have gotten rid of it at 535 because we're starting to see it come back down. I don't know. I don't want to risk see if it tests and goes or if it breaks through. I would sell here, and then if I had more day trades, I would wait and see what happens and maybe re-enter. But easy trade today. The plan worked. We saw a breakthrough. We set our entry within this candle, pulled back perfectly right where we thought it might, and then it went off, and we made the 3-to-1 easy. 5 minutes, done. It was a good one. So I might come back and update if more stuff happens. If not, this might be the end of the video. So I hope you guys learned some stuff today, and we'll be back tomorrow. I got some day trades for sure tomorrow, so we'll actually be playing with some real money. We'll see what happens. Good luck, everybody.